Boss, let me ask you one honest question. Have you ever written ASP.NET code where website works fine with 100 users but hangs with 1000 users? CPU looks ideal, but site is slow. Yes. So most developers blame server issue, hosting not properly, deployment, database issue. So these things we blame. But the real problem is the wrong async design. Yes. Today on .NET Ramana, I will explain async processing from zero with clear theory, real Visual Studio code, and why ASP.NET Core is very different from classic ASP.NET MVC. Watch it till the end. This will change how you write code. Okay. First, let's see classic ASP.NET MVC versus ASP.NET Core. Why changes, right? Let's start with the past. Okay, first. So classic ASP.NET MVC, one request equal to one thread. Thread waits for a DB, threads wait for API, threads wait for live file system, thread is blocked. So with 100 users, 100 thread blocks. Am I right? So, but in ASP.NET Core, async by default it will be inbuilt. Thread is released while waiting. Okay, thread is released when while waiting only it will release. Same server handles thousands of requests. This is the biggest reason Microsoft rewrote ASP.NET Core. Okay, now let's see how this works. First, let's see that what is a task. Clear and simple. I'm explaining. In a classic MVC, we taught in threads, right? So threads we are writing. In ASP.NET Core, we think tasks. We think what? Task. So a task simply means some work that will finish later. Some work that will finish later. Important. You guys remember, task is not at all equal to thread. Task uses thread pool. Task cheap and scalable. Now let me show you. So in Visual Studio Code, I am opening controller. Okay, yes. So here what I do is I simply write one method. Okay, see HTTP classic is the method, thread sleep. So this is our what classic MVC code where we will use the thread. So thread is blocked here. Server can't reuse it. Server can't reuse it. And then now async version, how it will be looks, we will see that. How async version. So see, so this is the classic one, classic MVC one. Here thread is blocked. So, but when comes to ASP.NET Core latest technology, sync always inbuilt. So, task is about await. Task is what? Await. Okay, same 3 seconds, but 0 threads blocked. Yes or no? So, if you see here, same 3 seconds, here I'm also giving, here also I'm giving 3 seconds, but it is giving what? It's not blocked the thread. Okay. Now, did you guys understand? Now we'll see why async await exists. So, it is interview gold question. What I'm telling, interview gold question. Why did Microsoft introduce async await? So, because threads are limited. Blocking threads kills scalability. Okay, bad classic MVC how it will be is. So that also I will see that I will show you. Example I'm telling. So how it will looks is like dot result dot wait like this. So modern MVC simply we have like await. Simply we have what await. Okay, await is there here earlier like whatever query we write result dot wait something it is, so it is blocking complete, it is blocking complete. This is the most important interview question. So threads are limited, blocking the thread skill scalability. Okay, So interview answer, what you have to give is sync await improves scalability by freeing threads during input output waits. So input output wait. Okay. Now let's move to multitask. Okay. TPL, very important interview question also. Multi TPL, run many tasks together. Why? How? Let's see that. In real apps, one request done many things, right? DB call, API call, cache call. But classic MVC, one by one, slowly. TPL allows parallel async execution. TPL allows what? Parallel async execution. Okay, how it will be? Let's see that. So now what I'm doing is the TPL, I'm creating one method. So this is the TPL method. What happened is, see, parallelly it is executing task, okay, delay. So this will be execute, this will be execute. After that, once this response is come, right, it will execute all. So okay, all done. So okay, all done. See, here it will execute multiple. If you are able to see, so async await is, that's why we use always for ASP.NET Core. So we did one video, what is async await, very clear video in our channel. Look into that. Okay, don't wait that. So total time equal to 2 seconds. Yes or no? Not 4 seconds. Interview line. So task when all enables parallel async executes. So task dot when all enables parallel async executes. Okay? That is TPL. Okay. Now we'll see producer consumer storage style. Okay. Now telling now imagine the situation, user clicks place an order, right? Should request, validate order, save order, send email, generate invoice, notify admin. If we do all this inside request flow site, solution for this, producer consumer. Producer consumer, very important. Producer, what it do is accept the request, push work to queue, respond fast. Consumer, what it do, process work in the background. This pattern did not exist in classic MVC properly. So ASP.NET Core makes it easy. Okay. ASP.NET Core make it easy. So this is what. Now we will always see channel T something and all, right. Explain what it is explain channel T is how it is. You can see here. Okay, example I'm showing you guys. Okay, so channel T like this. So if you see anywhere like this, right? So what does that it mean? As an in-memory async queue. Is an what? In-memory async queue. They will ask channel T, what is this? So it is in-memory async queue. Think of it's like queue of T, but async plus thread is safe. Okay. Why Microsoft added channel? Because task.run inside controller is bad. Task.run is inside controller is bad. So what we do is, so how we can do the is, see, I'm creating one public record job string. So let me go to model just okay, for checking purpose I'm creating, okay, public record job name, just I'm creating, okay, I'm removing this, okay, channel. Now what I do is I will write a code, just I'm writing in the controller, but no need to do controller, okay. So now where is this channel, we need to include this one, right? Models also we need to include. Oh, already it is there, okay. Now see, channel is not null here, okay. So what we have to do is, so fix, we can ask GitHub Copilot, see how it will do. So this is what developers has to see that, okay. So by what you will understand is the very important, okay. So in the job queue, channel job channel equal to channel dot create bound. So the job we defined in the model. So the job is we need. Now what we have to do? Producer consumers we need to do, right? So how we can do that? How we can do that? First, we will see that a producer. Okay, we will see that producer. tab accept. Okay. Now what it has, so because the channel I didn't create, that's why it is creating. Okay, don't mind this, guys. So don't mind this. Okay, perfect. See, now I am doing that producer. Okay, producer. So producer, what it do is enq dot form job queue, whatever we created that class, right? Actually this thing we should do in the model class or something, we have to create and do it, but for time being I'm creating here only. Okay, so here what it will write, q dot channel dot writer. So this is producer. Okay, now how it will be the consumer. So consumer, let's see that. See, this is what consumer. So I created one class worker background service. Okay, remember this we should not do in the controller. Remember this we should not do in the background service, whatever background service we created, right? So so for that I'm doing private job queue, public worker queue we am doing. So this is the task name override. So cancellation, this is job await q dot channel dot read async console dot write line job name. Okay, this is the consumer. Okay, this is the consumer. So this is what producer, very important. So multiple tasks we divide into consumer is what, producer is what. So very important interview question. So explain clean separation code, yes or no? No thread based blocking, safe background processing. So limitation is if app restarts data lost, and this lead us to RabbitMQ. So this leads us to what, RabbitMQ. So RabbitMQ, I'm not explaining complete tutorial. Whatever required for this, I'm explaining. So why channel is not enough and all we will discuss in this, because whatever you are using channel, right? Why this is not enough? So why it is not enough and all, we'll see that. Okay. Now let me explain clearly. Channel works only inside one app, correct? Real systems need restart safely, multiple servers, guaranteed processing. But RabbitMQ gives durable queue, persistence messages, scaling. Classic MVC had no proper solution for this. Yes or no? Classic MVC had. Now, Visual Studio, how the producer will work. See, how the producer will work, we'll see. Very good. Okay. So, just we need to create one class, or let me control X and we'll do here only. Okay. Okay. Channel declare. Okay. Fix. See, we can see this all things. Wait. I'm stopping this. Wait. Okay. So here next to consumer is how it will be is, okay, this is the consumer also I'm giving that. So consumer receives that. Okay, so this is what RabbitMQ provides at least once a delivery. Okay, retry DLQ exactly once. We will explain that. Failure happens, for example, we don't retry immediately, we wait. RabbitMQ uses retry queues, TTL, dead letter queues. Why DLQ is the debug, edit, and replay. Exactly once is impossible in distributed system. So what we do is independent consumers check DB before processing. Okay. So interview killer line is exactly once is achieved at application level. Okay. Now when to use what? Very important final clarification. Classic MVC blocking not scalable. ASP.NET Core async and scalable. Simple background work is the channel. Step pipeline is data flow. Reliable processing is RabbitMQ. Finance and trading RabbitMQ plus independence. Okay. Strong boss, if you understand this video, you are already ahead of 90% of developers. This is not just a theory. This is how real ASP.NET core systems are built. If we want, we can do one real-time project with this. Thank you, friends. Thank you all.